Look, laptops are expensive. When we published the list of best laptops under 5,000 ringgit, we thought that it would be a good entry point. But that is still a lot of money. And if you don't have that kind of dough lying around, don't worry, we still got you. This video is all about the best laptops under 3,000 ringgit. Wait, before we continue with the video, I have an important announcement to make. SoyaCincau's is hiring! We are looking for driven, like-minded individuals to join our growing team. But wait, you might be wondering, why would I want to work here? Well, let me show you. You get to work here with some of the most incredible creatives.
Dude, honestly, this is a biji macam BMW 3. You comparing that cheap car to the ultimate driving machine? Wake up!
We even offer a grooming allowance. Yeah? No? Okay. So, are you interested? Hit the link below to see what positions we have available. The 2,999 ringgit Asus Vivobook 16X is probably the most powerful laptop on this list. It packs a Ryzen 5 5600H processor that's mated to 8 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of internal storage. The 45-watt TDP processor and Radeon Vega 7 integrated graphics should handle light gaming on esports titles, but it's definitely not a gaming laptop. You get a large 16-inch 1920 by 1200 WUXGA display. It's an IPS panel, and while it's not the best panel in the market, you have to keep in mind that, this price point. It covers 45% of the NTSC color gamut and has a max brightness of 300 nits. There is a 50 watt-hour battery and included 90-watt charger, as well as a solid suite of I/O ports, including 3 USB-A ports, 2 of which are USB 3.2 by the way, and a USB-C port, an HDMI port, and a headphone jack. The most interesting thing about the 2,599 ringgit Acer Aspire Vero has to be the way it looks. This laptop is made out of 30% post-consumer recycled plastic, which gives it an interesting look and texture. It comes with no paint on the chassis, but features an Intel Core i5-1235U processor mated to 8 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of SSD storage. Besides that, the Vero packs a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display that covers 100% of the sRGB color gamut. Acer claims up to 11 hours of use on a single charge, and there's also a plethora of I/O ports, including 3 USB-A ports, 1 USB-C port, an HDMI port, an Ethernet port, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. A favorite amongst Malaysians looking for a budget laptop, the 2,899 ringgit Acer Aspire 3 was recently refreshed by Acer. This laptop now sports an Intel Core i5-1235U processor with Intel Iris Xe graphics, 8 gigs of RAM, and 512 gigs of SSD storage. There is a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display with a 40 watt-hour battery rated for up to 6.5 hours of use, as well as a plethora of ports, including an Ethernet port, an HDMI port, 3 USB-A ports, a 3.5mm headphone jack to round everything out. The Lenovo Ideapad 514 is a solid all-rounder laptop, which means it probably is good enough for most of your use cases. At its core, it is packing a 25-watt AMD Ryzen 7 5700U processor, which honestly should be good enough for whatever a student or like an office worker might need. There are a few memory configurations here, and while they have an RRP of over 3,000 ringgit, you can often find the ones with 8 gigs or 16 gigs of RAM with 512 gigs of storage for sale for below 3,000 ringgit, making them a great pickup. It also features a 14-inch Full HD IPS display, a 44.5 watt-hour battery rated for up to 7 hours of use, and even a fingerprint reader. I/O includes an HDMI port, 2 USB-A ports, a USB-C port, an SD card reader, and a headphone jack. Honor has made a name for itself by making some excellent laptops at excellent price points, and for this list, we're recommending the 2,499 ringgit Magicbook 15. This device features an AMD Ryzen 5 5500U processor with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of SSD storage. It features Radeon integrated graphics and a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display that covers 100% of the sRGB color gamut. It features a 56 watt-hour battery and a fingerprint scanner on the power button. I/O includes a USB-C port, 2 USB-A ports, an HDMI port, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want even more recommendations or more updated ones, you can always check out Raymond's post that's linked in the video description. He goes into more depth than I can in this video, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to learn more. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell icon. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!